Hello everybody, it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Welcome to a new simple stamping video. Guys, today I've got a new flashcard for you. I know how much you guys are enjoying the flashcards, and today's card is a very, very simple one because, you know, here at Simple Stamping, we like to keep it easy, minimal supplies, but we like to make really great cards. So this is going to be a really great friendship card, just kind of an uplifting card. And if you like to step it up just a little bit, so maybe you have a few more supplies on hand, I do have a stepped up version as well. So stay tuned to the end to see some of my tips on how to step up your card. Either way, simple or stepped up, I say we get to stamping. Let's go. For our flashcard, we're going to be using soft sea foam, and I have this cut at 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and then you're going to score that at 5 1/2 inches. My flashcard pieces are in Purple Posy and Whisper White. My Purple Posy is cut 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Whisper White is cut 2 1/2 by 4 inches. And guys, if you've been following flashcards, you know that's all we need to create our card. My stamp set today is the Above the Cloud stamp set. This is a brand new photopolymer stamp set. Now, I did want you to know it does come as a bundle, and it comes with a matching punch. And let me tell you, this punch does a lot besides just this hot air balloon. But we're not going to use the punch today. We're keeping it simple today. So we're just going to focus on the stamp set. Now, I will be using 4 ink pads today. We're going to use Pineapple Punch, Mango Melody, Gorgeous Grape, and Soft Suede. All right, let's get to stamping. You're going to see how easy this card is to create. So I'm going to take my Pineapple Punch, and I'm going to ink up the solid balloon. You notice I have my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath me. That's because when it comes to photopolymer stamps, I do get a better image, stamped image, when I use that mat. Now, I want you to notice, see this little blotchy image? That's normal. It's supposed to be there. It's a highlight. I'm now going to come in with Mango Melody, and now let's use our outline of the balloon. I will ink that up in Mango Melody, and I'm going to stamp this right on top. Now, the beauty of photopolymer stamps, I can see right where I'm stamping. See that? It looks awesome. Now, you may go, Connie, you got off a little bit. You know what? I don't worry about things like that. It actually just kind of looks like a shadow or a little highlight, right? Okay, now we'll come in with the Soft Suede ink pad, and we'll add the basket. And there's a little insert for the basket. I'm going to stamp off once and then inside, and you'll see that just gives me a nice, just a little bit lighter color. And finally, our Gorgeous Grape. Now that technique I just showed you where I stamped off, we're going to take our flags, and these are the solid ones, and I'm just going to stamp it at a little bit of an angle right down here, and then I'll come in with the outline and I'll stamp right on top. So cute. All right, we're going to get our sentiment, and we'll be getting that from our Purple Posy. Now, I want you to notice I have 3 sentiments that are going to work with this technique, because what we're going to do is we're going to use a 1 1/2 inch circle punch to punch that out from behind our Purple Posy. So I'm going to choose the Life is a Beautiful Ride sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that here towards the bottom. So as I said, I have a 1 1/2 inch circle punch, and you can see my sentiment fits perfectly. And now I can put my card together. So you can see we're going to cover up that circle punch. No one will ever see it, but we don't have any waste that way. And now we can adhere that to the front of our card. I've got a couple Stampin' Dimensionals here on the back of my sentiment. This is optional, but I do think Stampin' Dimensionals give a great dimension, don't you think? Now, there's my simplified version. Now, for those of you who like to step things up a notch, we're going to bring in a little dry embossing. So for this card, I'm going to bring in another piece of the soft sea foam, and this is cut 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to bring in the corrugated embossing folder. I love this one. Now, I want my lines going vertical, so I'm going to add my cardstock. I want to make sure I have it good and straight. By the way, there's a really great line right here. Thanks, Stampin' Up. And we can actually use that to ensure that our cardstock is straight. Let's go ahead and run this through our machine. And there we go. Now, this is a really thick one. I'm just going to kind of spread it out. I'm going to flatten it out just a little bit. I love the dimension, but I want it to be just a little bit flatter on my card. We're going to add that to our soft seafoam card base. Now that is a thick texture, so we want to make sure we give that a really nice press. And when we add this sentiment, I'm going to tell you, you're going to want adhesive all the way around. That's got a lot of tooth to it, and I want to make sure my sentiment will stick, or my focal image, I should say. Look at that. Doesn't that give a great look? I love to add little bows. And guys, baker's twine, a little goes a long way. I'm going to come in with a mini glue dot, and I'm just going to give that just a little roll because I really just need a little ball of glue dot. I'm going to add that right there to the bottom of my sentiment and add my bow right there. Again, I just think it gives a little more added dimension. If you like your bling, we could come in and add some of the rhinestone adhesive back jewels. And I'm just going to use my take your pick tool to pick those up. I love working with this. Oh, where do I want this last one? I think I'll just go right there. Oh, that adds such a nice look, doesn't it? There we go. I'm telling you, these were very fun and very simple cards. I mean, you saw all we really used extra was that little circle punch, 1.5 inch circle punch. But boy, it just added a lot to have that dimension on the card. And then of course the stepped up one with the dry embossing, the baker's twine, the rhinestones, any of those combinations are going to work. But if you want to step things up a little bit, it just takes a little tiny bit of supplies to make it just a little more of a wow. Now, if you want more information about my cards, here's what you can do. Head over to simplysimplestamping.com, and if you'll search out the July 20th, 2019 blog post, that's where I'll have all the information about the cards. Guys, we'll have the measurements there. I'll have photos, so if you'd like to see those while you're creating, you'll have those there as well. And hey, if you need to order any of the supplies I used, it's so easy, guys. Just click a pic. That's all you need to do. Click a picture. It'll take you right to my online store. You can order what you need there. Now, I do want to take a minute to tell you about flashcards to go. I've designed flashcards to go for those of you who don't like to do cutting, but you really like to create. So flashcards to go is where everything is cut. Your cardstock is scored. You're going to have all the pieces for your flashcards and flashcard 2.0. Everything you need, including the envelopes, everything you need to create 40 cards and free shipping. So hey, what's not to love about that? Now, if you want to find out information about how to get flashcards to go, just go over to simplysimplestamping.com. Look up there in the blue menu bar and you'll see flashcards, and that's where you'll find the information on flashcards to go. You can order right there and you'll be creating your flashcards in no time. All right, my friends, that is all for me today. I hope you enjoyed today's cards. Hey, if you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. That is so appreciative. And if you haven't already done so, take a minute to click that great big red subscribe button and get subscribed to my channel so YouTube will let you know whenever I'm back with a new video. All right, my friends, that is all for me today. Make it a fantastic day. Go stamp something amazing, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.